So this is part 2 on creativity, and I'm heading to Nelson at the end of this week for a week of creativity. Each year I have the opportunity to go and work with an artist and to either paint a mandala or something else that I feel inspired to do. So we thought that it would be a perfect time to really talk about what gets us in the mood for creativity, what nurtures our creativity or inspires us. Because that's such an interesting topic, and I remember very clearly thinking that I was not artistic, not really creative, because I had defined it in such a narrow way. And in The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron talks about how often we have very limiting beliefs around what it means to be artistic. We've got it as painting, sculpting, musician, those very narrow parameters. But so as I was looking around and doing some research on creativity, I came across Daniel Pink's book, Why Right-Brainers Will Rule the Future. And he takes us into the whole function of the right brain, the left brain, what's the difference, and why the research suggests that people with the right brain creativity will actually come to the fore in the future. They're what our world is going to need. So let's talk about that a little bit. In terms of right brain, what he's saying is it's the creative, but it's the empathetic. It's also far more open-ended and engaging. Right-brainers look at the big picture. In contrast, the left brain folks are very good at analytical and sequential things. They're very good at breaking things down and putting them in order and so on. And historically, we've gone through the industrial age, which very much was the mechanistic age of, how things can be produced, the assembly lines and all of that. He said, moving from that, we've come into the information age with this huge amount of data, but we've still been doing a lot of linear sequential, organizing, tracking, even closet organizers. They're all, what people are talking about. How do I organize my stuff? How do I keep track of data, content management systems? So all of that is very much left brain. Why would we be now going to right brain? And his hypothesis is that because we can both mechanize a lot of those linear sequential tasks, so we can assign them to machines and systems, and we can also outsource a lot of that, that the leadership in our world will come from the right brainers. Very interesting thought. So what are the qualities of the right brain that we want to nurture? And one of the things he talks about is design versus just function. We've moved out of the era where we just care about something being functional, getting the job done. And we now care also how it looks, how it feels. Does it inspire us? Does it make us happy? Is it beautiful? Well, affluence is a big part of that, according to Pink. That really, as we've come out of literal survival, we are now at a place with our affluence that we can really focus on things like beauty, elegance, design. So we're making shifts, and he outlines 6 different qualities that he believes we need to nurture inside ourselves. And as I was listening to him in an interview, I thought it was great when he talked about this is not something that he comes to naturally. He's very much a left brainer. And I could really identify with that the left brain, the organizing, the practical part of me has ruled me in a sense, which is why I want to nurture the creative. That's why I want to go to Nelson, put myself in an environment where people are doing something very different that really in many ways is out of my comfort zone. So I've got my paintbrushes, my canvas. This is a little guy, but I get to decide, do I want to do a little painting? Do I want to do a great big painting? Do I want to do a painting that's just fun and whimsical? Or do I want to do something that I can actually hang on my bedroom wall or in the bathroom, whatever? But all of that takes me into this creative world. So I want to ask you, what nurtures your creativity? Is it music? Is it poetry? Is it being out at nature? We need to find ways to sort of prime the pump, so to speak, and really allow ourselves to step into that creative side of ourselves. Jill Bolte Taylor wrote a book, My Stroke of Insight. She had a stroke, a catastrophic stroke in the sense of taking her right out of her ability to function. And she was very much a left brain person. And one of the things that's very interesting that she noticed as she recovered her capabilities and learned to re-walk, talk, etc., she found herself needing to use her right brain because of the damage done to her left brain, and was way more empathetic, way more heart-centered. So that's a very important quality. What speaks to your heart? What takes you into your heart? What opens you up in the joyful, the playful, the creative way? So given that it's summer, some of us have a little more time to reflect and a little more time for breathing and leisure and so on. I really encourage you to think about what will speak to your creativity, what will help you step into that, come more into the right brain, the open-ended, the creative, the connectedness of life. So I hope you have a good week, and next week I'm going to be coming back from Nelson, bringing a painting, we hope, and I'll be sharing that with you and talking about what I observed in myself as I engaged in the creative process and what I noticed and learned from others who are steeped in learning about creativity. Have a great week.